Good day and welcome to Mayor King's TV News. Now to begin the news, here are the headlines read by Timiela Emanuela. Delta government commences flood control operation. European Union inaugurates livelihood project across Niger Delta and other states. Former President Muhammadu Buhari dies in London as President Tinubu orders Vice President Shatima to accompany remains back to Nigeria. Owerri Hills Warri Wolves return to top flight football after NNL victory. On entertainment, Kunle Afolayan unveils 115-seater cinema. On the business news, Nigeria and Qatar to partner on sustainable development. On the foreign scene, North Korea reaffirms support for Russia's war in Ukraine. In the world of sports, Super Falcons to face Zambia in quarterfinals. Now the news in full. The Delta State Capital Territory Development Agency, DSCTDA, has commenced a comprehensive flood control operation in Asaba, the state capital. The move is part of the agency's ongoing strategy to improve stormwater flow, reduce the risk of flooding, and enhance environmental sanitation. The exercise includes the distilling of drainage systems, clearing of overgrown grasses, and evacuation of resultant silts and debris to government-approved dump sites. The Director General of the agency, Mr. Patrick Uka, while speaking on the initiative, stated that the operation is a critical aspect of the government's flood management and urban sanitation plan. He said it was a proactive move to mitigate flooding and ensure a cleaner, healthier environment. Uka, however, called on residents to support the operation by refraining from indiscriminate waste disposal into drains and maintaining good environmental practices. The European Union-funded livelihood projects have been inaugurated across 3 states in the Niger Delta. The media coordinator of EU Niger Delta, Mr. Sonny Dada, stated this in a statement made available in Asaba, the Delta State capital. The 18-month European Union-funded peace-building project was titled Community-Centered Approach to Transforming Criminality and Violence in the Niger Delta across Delta, Rivers, and Bayelsa states. The project, which spans 66 communities in 33 local government areas, aims to strengthen peace through sustainable development and community empowerment. A major component of the initiative includes the execution of various livelihood support projects designed to address both economic needs and local infrastructure gaps. This includes the construction of cassava and palm oil processing mills, markets, lock-up stores, installation of solar-powered boreholes, etc. Also, these interventions, which were directly nominated by the project communities, represent a body of local solutions that responds to the Sustainable Development Goals. Former President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, has been confirmed dead. The announcement was made by his former aide, Bashir Ahmad, and further confirmed in a statement issued by spokesperson Garba Shehu. According to the statement, the former president passed away on Sunday afternoon at a clinic in London. In the meantime, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as a mark of national mourning, has directed that all flags across the country be flown at half-mast in honor of the late statesman. In a further show of respect, the president has dispatched Vice President Kashim Shettima to the United Kingdom to accompany the late president's remains back to Nigeria for official burial rites. President Muhammadu Buhari served Nigeria as the democratically elected president for 2 terms, from 2015 to 2023, after a distinguished earlier tenure as military head of the state from January 1984 to August 1985. The passing of the former leader marks the end of an era in Nigeria's political history, and tributes have continued to pour in from across the country and beyond, reflecting its impact on the nation's governance and security architecture. Also, President Bola Tinubu and a roll call of Nigerians past heads of state are expected to converge on Dora, Katsina State, today as the remains of former President Muhammadu Buhari are laid to rest, in keeping with Islamic tradition. He, however, declared 7 days of mourning to honor the late president and summoned an emergency Federal Executive Council session on Tuesday dedicated to honoring the late Buhari. Tinubu added that the federal government will honor the late Buhari with a state funeral. Delta State Governor Right Honorable Sheriff Oboiwari has extended warm congratulations to Warri Wolves Football Club following their triumphant outing at the 2025 Nigerian National League (NNL) Super 8, which secured their return to the Nigeria Premier Football League (NPFL). In a statement issued in Asaba by its Chief Press Secretary, Sir Festus Ahon, Governor Oboiwari commended the club, popularly known as the Seasiders, for their resilience, discipline, and exceptional team spirit throughout the season, culminating in a hard-fought 3-2 victory over Wiki Tourists of Bauchi at the Stephen Keshi Stadium. Describing the win as a well-deserved triumph, the governor praised the players, coaching crew, and management for their outstanding performance and commitment, which he said reflects Delta State's continued status as the home of champions. He further commended the Delta State Sports Commission and the team's technical handlers for their strategic planning, professionalism, and unwavering dedication, which were instrumental to the team's success. Governor Oboiwari expressed optimism that the club's return to the Elite League would revitalize the football culture in Delta State and inspire a new generation of athletes. Now on entertainment news. Actor, filmmaker, and director Kunle Afolayan has launched his state-of-the-art 115-seater cinema named the Kunle Afolayan Cinema. The new venture is a celebration of his remarkable contributions to the film and entertainment industry. Afolayan shared his excitement about the cinema's opening on social media, showcasing a sneak peek of the venue alongside Sheyi Vodi. After gracing the screen for over 2 decades, Afolayan Cinema promises to elevate the industry standards, building on its legacy of films that have captivated audiences worldwide. Now on the business news. Nigeria and Qatar Charity have formalized a new partnership to boost humanitarian interventions and development initiatives aimed at improving the lives of vulnerable communities across the country. A statement from the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning said the signing ceremony took place in Doha, and the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Bagudu, represented the federal government, while the Chief Global Operations Officer of Qatar Charity, Mr. Nawaf Abdullah Al-Ahmadi, signed on behalf of the organization. The agreement sets out a framework for cooperation and establishes a legal foundation for Qatar Charity's continued operations as an international organization in Nigeria. It also guarantees essential facilities for the charity's office in the country, supporting the rollout of humanitarian and development projects across critical sectors. Through this partnership, Qatar Charity will extend its support in areas such as health, education, information, technology, water supply, institutional capacity building, and the environment of local social networks and charitable organizations. These activities will be carried out in coordination with Nigerian government agencies to ensure alignment with national development priorities. Now on the foreign scene. According to the state media reports, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has offered Moscow his unconditional support on the war in Ukraine. In talks with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in North Korea, Kim said that Pyongyang stood by all the measures taken by the Russian leadership to tackle the root cause of the Ukrainian crisis, recalling that Pyongyang had sent an estimated 11,000 troops to Russia over the last year to fight against Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. Moreover, the North Korean leader has expressed a firm belief that the Russian army and people would surely win victory in accomplishing the sacred cause of defending the dignity and basic interest of the country. Finally, on the world of sports, Super Falcons of Nigeria will take on Zambia in the quarterfinals of the 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations (WAFCON). The game will take place on Thursday, July 17, in Casablanca. The last 8 pairing was confirmed after the Super Falcons finished top of Group B on 7 points, following a 0-0 draw with Algeria in their final group tie on Sunday. Zambia placed second in Group A behind host Morocco after record 2 wins and 1 draw. After settling for a 2-2 draw with Morocco in their opening match, the Copper Queens defeated Senegal and DR Congo 3-2 and 1-0 respectively. All 6 goals by Zambia at the ongoing WAFCON have been scored by Barbara Banda 3 goals and Rachel Gandenaji 3 goals. The Super Falcons would go into Thursday's match hoping to avenge their 1-0 loss to Zambia in the third place playoff at the 2022 edition. Now to end the news, a quick recap on our headlines. Delta government commences flood control operation. European Union inaugurates livelihood projects across Niger Delta and other states. Former President Muhammadu Buhari dies in London as President Tinubu orders VP Shatima to accompany remains back to Nigeria. Oberweri hails Warri Wolves return to top flight football after NNL victory. On entertainment, Kunle Afolayan unveils 115-seater cinema. On the business news, Nigeria and Qatar to partner on sustainable development. On the foreign scene, North Korea reaffirms support for Russia's war in Ukraine. In the world of sports, Super Falcons to face Zambia in quarterfinals. That's the news as read and edited by Tiniela Emanuela. Thanks for watching.